Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And how are you, my student? Today we are in our 15th and our 14th week, right? This is week 14. So this is our last meeting for this semester. And for this class, I invite my college, my friends from Indonesia to give you uh, talk about the manufacturing. Yeah, this is actually Nyalaras program. The KJ also, the head of department asked me to make this. And please follow and hear this class. And then I will give you uh, more quiz, simple quiz as your attendance letter based on this explanation from Rahayu explanation. Okay, Rahayu, thank you very much for your time, uh, for for this opportunity, great opportunity, and we, on behalf of the Dean of FTTNP, yeah, Fakulti Teknologi Kedokteran Mekanikal and Pembuatan, they said thank you very much for your time and want to give the talk to the students in FTKMP. Okay, now your time is yours. I will control the slide. Okay, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Iwan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, all of Dr. Iwan students. Today, I really feel honored to be here to just explain, study together with all of you guys about my little knowledge about lean manufacturing. I will introduce myself first. I'm Rahayu Hasanah. Currently, I'm doing my PhD and I'm a lecturer in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. And actually, I'm Dr. Iwan Junior when I was studying in master degree. At that time, Dr. Iwan was doing his PhD and I was doing my master degree with the same scholarship in UM, right, Dr. Iwan? Yeah. But we have different path. Now, Dr. Iwan is staying in Malaysia and I come back here in Yogyakarta. Okay. Before I start my explanation, before that I would like to say my apologize because there are many problems to connect to this Webex and finally I give up and then I use my phone. But I hope this session will still bring good or positive knowledge for you and give a little different point of view about the lean manufacturing. Okay, so before I started this explanation, actually I have discussed with your lecturer, Dr. Iwan, about what you got for this semester. In this semester, you are studying industrial engineering subject, right, Dr. Iwan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the final the final meeting, which is I hope it can conclude and it can complete your puzzle about industrial engineering knowledge. So it can like answer some of your question or fulfill your puzzle of the knowledge of industrial engineering. Okay, let's start. What is lean manufacturing? Okay, so this presentation, I would like to differ into three parts of presentation, which is a definition, and then the history of a bit history of a lean, and a lot about implementation of lean manufacturing in the industries worldwide. Okay, so actually, what is the meaning of lean itself? Lean manufacturing idea actually started from around 1990s. It is started by Toyota production system idea to have a effective manufacturing process and to eliminate waste in their whole process of industry. So lean manufacturing idea actually originated from Toyota production system idea of thinking, and then it kept developed when we meet with industrial 4.0. The methodology and the application of lean manufacturing is also still applicable. Okay, please next, Dr. Isman. Okay, I have combined a lot of a definition of lean manufacturing. Actually, you will find around like 25 to 30 meanings of lean itself. But conclude for all the meanings. Next 3 slides after this, Doctor, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Next. Next. Yeah, okay, this one. No, before. Sorry.
Oh, this one.
Before, yeah, okay. So after the development of the lean from years to years from 1990s, the meaning of lean manufacturing definition also developing, which started from the 1990s is after First World War. So the implementation in the industry will be different if we compare it to this recent issue, which is in Industry 4.0. So the meaning started to change. If you can see in the definition of lean, it starts from around 2000. Actually, the simplified meaning about lean is eliminating the waste, or have a manufacturing without waste, minimize the waste, and then with minimum cost, and have a highest quality. Okay, next slide, Dr. Ivan. Okay, this one. So, no, before. Yeah. Okay. So if you can see in the definition of lean in the number 32 from TATS. So like I said, that the lean manufacturing ideas is always developing from years to years. So starting from the simple idea to eliminate the waste, they develop the ideas into more complex ways to implementing lean idea, which is lean idea become a multi-dimensional approach, which is combined among minimum amount of waste, or GIT, and then continuous uninterrupted flow, which is cellular layout. If you have attend my previous lecture in Dr. Ikhwan students before also about FMS, it is also related to lean manufacturing idea. And then well-established quality system or TQM, and then TPM, which is total productive maintenance, and human resource or workforce. So in conclusion, actually, next please, Dr. Ikhwan. Lean manufacturing have these keywords. That lean manufacturing always focus on the elimination of waste from the organization. So it's not only in the production side or job floor side, but the elimination of waste is from the whole organization, which is in the all of process of industry, even in the organization, even in the human resource, and so on. Next. Okay. Actually, this is I've already told you about that the history of lean manufacturing started in the early 1990s and originated from the Toyota production system, and now it's widely used in various productive sectors, even financial and automotive. Next. Okay, so the aim of lean manufacturing is the first one, to produce products or service of quality at the lowest cost. So this is the keywords of the lean idea, that lean always try to produce a products that have a high quality but have a lowest cost and the least time. And the way to get all those purpose is by eliminating waste. So the second aims also to promote continuous improvement of organization activities, focusing in the elimination of waste, and then on the value stream of the entire production chain, and on getting excellent through customer perspective, which is we have three more keywords here about the scope of lean manufacturing. So the lean manufacturing scope is in the whole organization activities, which is mean they take care of the elimination of waste, and then the scope is also in the entire production chain, and also they take care of the customer perspective. So this is three area of lean manufacturing: in the production, elimination waste, and the customer perspective. Next. Okay, so what is the waste? Until now, the waste, which is the lean manufacturing idea about the waste still consists of 7 forms of waste, which is transport, inventory, production, waiting, over processing, over production, and defects or reworks. I will give you the details about its waste. But the key word about what is waste is actually any non-value adding operations. So any operation or activities or process that not give that not add values to the production system or to the organization are called as waste. So it actually the meaning of waste can be much higher than the 7 forms that I've mentioned. It will always become bigger and bigger meaning of the waste. Okay, next. So this one I've told you about. So what makes the difference between which one is waste and which one is not waste? Actually, when the process or the activities it's a have a value adding, so it means it's not waste. But if it has not have a value adding or non-value added activities, so it called as waste. So the diagram here, I think it's quite clear to tell you about it. So if we talk about the value adding thing, and then even it costs money, it costs time, but it adds value, so it's called valuable. But if it costs money, it costs time, but have no value or adds no value, it calls waste. Okay, next chapter. Okay, so waste is, like I said, every activity can be considered as a waste unless the first one is meets an explicit customer requirement. So it means it added value by meet the customer requirement, or it cannot be shown to be performed more economically, and the activities does not meet. If the activity does not meet a known customer requirement and could not be performed economically, and then it called a waste as well. Because, like I said, Lean also take care about the customer requirement. Okay, next, doctor. So actually, how much of what we do is waste? Ironically, actually, what we do is most of them are waste. So typically in the industrial system, less than 5% of what we do is adding value. The rest are waste. So like I said, you can see in the diagram here, the 7 forms of the waste will take around 90 95% of what we do, but the 5% is the adding value activities, which is not waste. Okay, next. So the 7 ways idea, like I said, because it's originally from the Toyota production idea. So Toyota defines waste as anything other than the minimum amount of equipment, materials, part, and working time absolutely essential to production. So I think that others than this and not adding value is a waste. You can see here, number 1 is overproduction, which is mean to produce sooner, faster, or in greater quantities, which is too much compared to the customer needed. And then the second one is inventory. It can be a raw material, it can be work in progress, or it can be finished goods, which is not having value added to it, and it's only inventory. And then the third one is waiting, which is mean the waiting process or the idle time. And then number 4 is motion or unnecessary movement in the production process. And then number 5 is transportation or unnecessary movement of people or parts between process. And then number 6 is rework, or some call it as defects. So if you have defects product, usually you have to rework, right? So some mention it as rework, some mention it as defects. And then the last one, number 7, is over processing, which is means that processing beyond the standard required by the customer. Which means, for example, if actually the customer only needs a good or a products that processed by like 5 steps, but you did it like in the 7 steps. So you do the over processing to the products. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah, this is only the key for you to easily remember of the 7 ways name. You can like mnemonics to Timbut or worm pit. It's just the same. It's just the way for you to remember the 7 ways. Okay, next. Yeah, the first one is a transport. Transport waste is a material movement that is not directly associated with a value-adding process, which is mean excess transportation may be caused by, the first one is poor layouts of the job floor, and then it can be because a lengthy or complex materials handling system, and then it could be large batch size, and then working to faster rate than customer demand, and then can be multiple storage location. In the developing countries, usually the problem is will come from the poor layouts of the job floor, because it hasn't been concerned a lot about the lean ideas in the developing countries. So the waste on the transport is always happen many times in the industries in the developing countries. So maybe if you someday become the industrial expert after you graduate from UTEM, you can be one of the person that gives solution to have a better layouts, so that the waste of the transportation can be eliminated. Okay, next, doctor. The second one is inventory. So inventory waste is stock and work in process in excess of the requirement necessary to produce goods or service just in time. So the inventory waste actually really related to just in time ideas. I will tell you later in this presentation. But as we know, any unnecessary inventory that accumulated before or after process, it can be called as a waste. So excess inventory can be caused by the first one is lack of balance in workflow, or forcing inventory build up between process, and then large batch size, and then failure to observe first out, and then incapable process, and then long turnover time. So stock waste, space, and effort, because for the inventory we will waste a lot of the energy, and then the space, and then the effort to move the products to the inventory and then save it in the inventory. Okay, next, Doctor. The third one is motion. Waste of motion is any motion of man or any equipment that does not add value to the products or service. Wasteful motion caused by the first one, it can be because poor workstation layout, and then it can be because poor method design, and then it can be poor workplace organization, and then large batch size, and then reorientation of methods. So usually to eliminate this kind of waste, we call it motion waste. Some sentence you will hear it very often is work smarter, not harder, which is mean if you work smart, have less motion but have maximum result. So to have eliminate motion waste, you have to work smarter but not harder. Okay, next. The fourth one is waiting. So waste of waiting is any idle time produced when two independent processes are not completely synchronized. So operators are kept waiting or simply work slowly while waiting for the machining cycles. So waiting results from poor man or machine coordination. It can be because long changeovers, and so on. You can read it by yourself. Okay, next, Doctor. And overproduction. Overproduction is the worst kind of waste because it causes other waste and obscures the need of the improvement. Can you imagine if one company have the overproduction? It means they have the inventory, and then they have to add the motion in the process. So overproduction actually can cause other ways to be happen. So once you did the overproduction, it means you will have motion waste, and then you will have inventory waste, and it costs money and time, and it's very worse. So overproduction results from producing more than required. So overproduction caused by unreliable process, unstable schedule, unbalanced sales or department, and working to forecast or inaccurate information, not actual demand. So for example, if actually the demand of the customer needs is only like 1,000 units, but you made it like 1,500 units. So you have 500 units overproduction, which of them are waste. Okay, next. So overprocessing. Overprocessing is putting more into the products than is valued by the customer. So some customer actually have a qualification of the products, yes, but our job as the engineer, especially like manufacturing engineer or industrial engineer, is only to what the requirement of the customer, not having over processing it. The example of the over processing is like painting of ancient areas, and then unnecessary tight tolerance. For example, the tolerance unit it's only like 0.5 millimeters, but you made that product become 0.01 millimeters tolerance. So it will become a waste of overprocessing. And then polishing beyond the level required. So the goal is to do only the level of processing to match that which is useful and necessary to fulfill the customer needed. So overprocessing no standard and unclear specification or quality acceptance standard. Okay, next. The last one, I think it's a defects or reworks. So ways of correction or additional work, or we call it reworks, performed on product or service that have defects. So defects are caused can be by inadequate training and so on and so on. So when you have a lot of defects product, you may have a lot of ways of rework because you have to do the correction of some of the defects product that cannot be reworked or cannot be corrected. You have to throw it away, and it can become a waste that costs money and time for your industry. Okay, next. So this is just the additional way people mention other than that those 7 ways, like for example the creativity, the unnecessary creativity also can be additional ways, and then unnecessary resources or can be byproducts. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah, okay. This is the 4th step of the implementation of lean manufacturing. So usually, if you want to evaluate or implement the idea of lean manufacturing in your industry, you will need these 4 steps to do it. So, for example, if you have a final project letter, or if you did it for your own research, you may need these 4 steps to identify which ways are happen, or which ways are occurs in the company, and which ways you need to eliminate, and how is the way. So the first one is the identification of waste in the system. So you need to identify the waste in the system, which is mean you need to understand the whole process of the production, and then you need to have the basic knowledge about, like for example, the plant layout, the facility layout subject, and you need to understand about the basic knowledge for manufacturing or industrial engineering. So you will easily identify waste in the production system. After you identify the waste, you may identify the waste that actually is not useful, because some waste present in the organization can be a different types. So lean manufacturing believe in treating the cause and curing the problems permanently. So there are various tools and techniques that are quite helpful in reducing or eliminating this type of waste. So it can be from like the technical tools or the management tools, because if we talk about the lean manufacturing system, in that area we will combine the technical side of the manufacturing engineer knowledge, the management side of the industrial engineering sides. So in order to apply or imply the lean manufacturing correctly, you need to combine for those knowledge. So the next step is to find the solution for the root. So after you find the waste, and then you found the cause of the waste, and then you need to find the solution for the root causes. And then the last one is to find the solution and test the solution first. So when the solutions are tested, then they should be implemented. So training and following up are important in each of every step explained above. Because the implementation process might take a long time because we combine between human here and then human energy, equipment, and all of the part of the production system in the lean manufacturing idea. So as an industrial or manufacturing engineer, we have to be patient of the implementation of lean manufacturing because it's not only like a small part of the production system, but it's the part of the production that you have to take care of. Okay, next. This one actually the easy to see basic lean concepts and methods. So as you can see, this, and then you will have the foundation or idea for continuous improvement, and then you have two pillars to do the lean manufacturing correctly, and then to have continuous improvement, which is we call it Jidoka or automation. And the second one is just-in-time idea, and then you will reach the goal to have a highest quality and at the lowest cost in the least time by eliminating waste. Okay, next, doctor. So I will start to talk about a bit outside of the lean manufacturing, not outside, what's related to lean manufacturing ideas, because when you really come to the industrial problems, lean manufacturing is always related to many methods or tools that related to it. For example, here I mentioned lean manufacturing tools. It can be used like 5S or GIT idea, value stream mapping, Kaizen ideas, or TPM, TQM, instead of Six Sigma. And then there are many tools that actually have the same goal as lean manufacturing ideas, which is to eliminate the waste, but in different concept and methodology. Okay, next. Yeah, the first explain a bit to you is about 5S. So actually 5S idea is to have the sustain and further develop working practice, and aims to improve safety, remove waste from the workplace, increase this quality, provide an environment where continuous improvement is embraced and makes abnormalities immediately visible. What is 5S? Next, doctor. Yeah, actually this is the steps of 5S. So FS is Seri, then Seiton, Seiso, Seiketsu, and Setsuke. It's safety. So Seri means sort or clearing, which is mean clearly separating necessary from unnecessary. And then Seiton means set in order or configure. This means that you have to visually arrange and identify items for ease of use and retrieval. And then Seiso means sign and check or clean and check, which is mean you have to keep the workplace clean, not pretty but clean, to allow problems to be identified. And then Seiketsu or standardized, which means that you have to continually monitor the level of clearing, organizing, and cleaning. And then the last one is Setsuke or sustain, which is work towards a shared set of views regarding clearing and cleaning. Okay, before go to the next slide, I would like to ask your student, is it okay, Dr. Iwan?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. Maybe anybody can answer it correctly. You may give additional point to her or him. Okay, Dr. Iwan, so they will answer my question. If not, maybe they will not
please.
answer. Okay. So the question is, do you think which idea of 5S come from? Where it come from? The idea of 5S.
So anyone can answer, please. Raise your
Japan.
hand.
Okay, Muhammad Nasrullah, Japan. Any other answer?
Any other question?
Japan. Okay. Almost a lot of students answer is clearly from Japan, right? Okay, the answer will be in the next slide, Doctor. Please. It's not from Japan. Okay, the idea from 5S actually from Ford. You know which country or which area is Ford company come from?
No? Anyone can answer?
US.
Yes.
So you have one America, okay, but none of them are answered correctly about the origins of 5S, Doctor, because they already answered Japan. So I will give you another question to have for you to have a more additional points from Dr. Ivan later. Okay, so actually it's originated from Ford. Accept it because as you know, the idea of just-in-time or Kanban or Toyota production system is originated from Japan, but when this IFS is when the idea of the 5S is become developed in the area of Europe and US, then the Japan also the accept of this idea. So they change or they translate the idea of 5S to the Japanese language, which is I mentioned before. So it started from the word kendo actually, C-A-N-D-O. So, but the Japan then take this idea also, and then become 5S with Japanese language. Okay, next, Doctor. Okay, so actually, there are no world-class companies who do not practice some form of 5S. They must practice one of 5S because it can raise productivity through effectiveness. So any world-class company usually will apply the idea of lean. It can be used like the tools with 5S or with GIT or like TQM, TPM or value stream mapping and so on. Actually, they have the same big idea about it, which is lean manufacturing. So you will hear a lot of different kind of terms when you come to the industrial problems to mention about the lean idea. Some will, like I said, some will say like it's a TPM, it's TQM, and so on and so on. Actually, the idea is the same. That's actually to eliminate the waste. Okay, next, Doctor. The second one is GIT or Kanban. So why I use or here? Actually, the original ideas start from the Kanban. Kanban is actually not the whole method. The Japan used the Kanban to mention one method to eliminate the waste of the inventory. We call it like Kanban card, which is when we applied it to the production system and it developed, and then it can be called like become GIT. So the original idea is from the Kanban word. Okay, next, Doctor. So GIT actually considers people to be the organization most important resources. And then GIT also equally applicable in the service organization, particularly with the push toward time-based competition and the need to cut costs. GIT success is dependent on interfunctional coordination and effort. Next, doctor. Okay, so what is GIT or just in time? So GIT is a set of techniques to increase productivity, improve quality, and reduce cost of an operation. So there are three keywords here of the GIT. So the aim is the first one to increase productivity. The second aim is to improve quality, and the last one is to reduce cost of an operation. So it also can be defined as a management philosophy to promote elimination of waste and continuous improvement of productivity, focusing in the inventory reduction. So they will focus to reduce the inventory waste in order to promote the elimination of waste. GIT manufacturing is a coordinated production system that enables the right quantities of parts to arrive when or where they are needed. So the key elements of GIT manufacturing are the pull system or Kanban idea or Kanban production, and then small lot sizes and quick setups, uniform plan loading, flexible resources, and streamlined layout. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah, this is the three big elements of GIT that always consists in the GIT methodology. So the first one is the just-in-time manufacturing, and then total quality management and respect for people. So the three words of the GIT is actually the production, the quality, production plan, quality, and people or human. Okay, next, doctor. The elements of GIT, like I said, the big three elements are human, and then effective production by eliminating waste, and the highest quality. So it can be achieved by focusing on these elements below. So the first one is by inventory reduction, and then the second one is by applying Kanban's system, and then the third one by applying small lots and quick setups. So, and then uniform plan loading, flexible resources, and efficient facility layouts. Like I mentioned before to you in the explanation of the 7 ways, that actually the cause of the waste, most of them are because the big lots of the production system and the slow setups. So when you have the small lots only and quick setups, you may reduce a lot of waste in your production system. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah. Okay, like I mentioned before, the elements of GIT. The first one is a production, achieve value added manufacturing, and then the second one is TQM, or we call it quality. So the third one is the human, or respect for people. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah. So what is the importance of inventory reduction? Why GIT mostly focus on the inventory reduction? Because as we know, the inventory always costs money. Where is the money cost from? It's from the carrying the products, and then obsolescence product, and then opportunity cost. And then inventory also covers up problems and bottlenecks. So some industrial experts says when you have the waste of the inventory, it will cover up the real problems and the bottlenecks in your production system. And the third one Inventory reduction force organization and employees to eliminate sources of problems and work as a team. Okay, next, Doctor. Yeah, so what is the relation between GIT and TQM, like I said? So when GIT idea is focusing to reduce the waste of the inventory, and then the TQM will help the production to define the quality as seen by the customer. It is mean when you have the right definition of quality by the customer, you will prevent any other ways to happen. For example, if you know the requirement of the qualities of the customer, you will not have the over process waste, and then you will not have like the over production waste, because you know what actually the needed of the customers. So the concept of the continuous improvement and quality at the source are integral to allowing for continual growth and the goal of identifying the cause of quality problems. So there are 4 steps usually they will do in TQM. The first one is integrate quality into all processes. So they will focus on continuous improvement, or we call it Kaizen idea. And then they will also focus on quality at the sources or sequential inspection. So they will do usually Jidoka or Pokayoka. This means Jidoka means authority to stop line when you know there is not right in the inspection, there is not right activity. So you have the authority to stop the line. So in order to control the quality of the source. And then, sorry, Dr. Ivan, this okay. And then the Pokayoke, which is mean fail safe all process. So it's related to the prevent the any failure in all process of the production. So when you have the fail safe all processes, so you will have a less defects products, which is mean your quality will be improved. And then the third one is preventive maintenance, which is its schedule. Actually, the goal of the preventive maintenance is to keep the performance of your assets or tools or your machine at the good performance. So you need to do the preventive maintenance. So when your assets or your machine or your tools of the production system are in good condition, so which is mean you will have a quality output of the production system. And then the fourth one is work environment, which means that your work environment should be everything in its place, which is called clean, and then there's a place for everything, so it will like decrease your waste of the motion and so on, because everything is in right place, so you will be easy like to find everything and so on. Okay, next. Yeah, the quality at the source, we call it using Jidoka, or can be automation, which is mean have the authority to stop the line, which is using the automation, and then automatic detection of the defects, and then employee empowerment, statistical process control. Maybe you also already study about the statistics or statistical quality control in the manufacturing engineer subject, like, right, Dr. Ivan?
Yeah.
They have the statistics subject,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. In terms of the statistical quality control, you will study a lot also here. So in TQM, it will not leave the statistics body of knowledge, because to check your quality of the product, you always need statistics as a tools to easily control or to easily evaluate your quality of the products. And then prevention orientation. Okay, next. and then the balanced and flexible workflow, or it can say by your EDON or ready set go system, which is mean it's a system that always ready, then stable production schedule, and then they have a very fast or fast setup time or set time reduction. And then which is mean if you have a set time reduction, you will have a less waste of the idle time. And then close up on cellular layouts. Cellular layouts make your production system become more flexible. And then teamwork, and then TPM or total predictive maintenance. Okay, next. And the GIT part also about the respect for people, so which is mean that they understand the productivity improvement needs by employee support, so they will use it like to demonstrate by providing cross training and then creating a safe and equitable work environment and so on. So because they respect for their human or manpower or people, so they care a lot about their condition of works. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah, and then continuous improvement idea or Kaizen. So they use 5S usually for the continuous improvement idea, like I mentioned before. The next, doctor. Yeah, and then focus on customer needs. So customer needs determine the value of a product or service. Without your customer of the products, you will not, your products will have no value. So who determine the value of your product? They are your customers. So you always need a customer to determine the value of your product or service. So you need to be responsive to customer needs, even the needs in the present, and you may need to be able to we call it meramal, identify the future need of the customer, then strive to delight, not just satisfy customers. Okay, next. And then partnerships with supplier. You need to reduce number of supplier and then use long-term contracts and so on. This is in terms of to prevent the waste of inventory and so on. So when you have a small suppliers, but it's stable, you will have a less waste of waiting and then inventory. Okay, next. Okay, so this is what I got from some journals. Maybe you can read it by yourself later because it's a lot. Actually, it's a compare for it. It is a comparison of each tools of a Lean or Six Sigma idea. They are Kaizen here, and then PSM or value stream mapping, and then 5S, and so on and so on. So it compare the benefits for each method, which is actually all of them are in the body of knowledge of the lean manufacturing idea. Okay, next, doctor. Okay, next, just next. Maybe they will need to read it, or maybe you can make quiz on this table later, doctor. Okay, next. Yeah, okay. So this is my last part of my sharing with you about lean manufacturing, which is the current development or current relation between lean manufacturing idea with this recent methodology or ideas in the industrial worldwide. So actually there are a lot of the idea of the management or to have your production become effective other than lean manufacturing idea. But the situation is lean manufacturing always can be connected to those ideas of the management system. So now in the recent development and recent conditions, lean manufacturing can be connected. The idea of lean manufacturing can be connected to the idea of the sustainable manufacturing, green manufacturing, Six Sigma, and Industry 4.0. Okay, next, Doctor. Yeah. What is the relation between lean, green, and Six Sigma? So when you hear the term of the green, actually it's the synonym. It's the similar term with the term of the sustainable manufacturing. So some use the green manufacturing, some use the sustainable manufacturing, some use the green sustainable manufacturing word. Actually, this is they all have the same idea. The green manufacturing idea is to consider the preservation of the natural environment, which is sustainable manufacturing idea also have those similar consideration. So recently, green is more titled with sustainability, but you may still hear about the green term other than sustainability term. So it is a business strategy that focuses on organizational profitability by using environmentally friendly eco materials and operating processes. So Lean, Green, and Six Sigma actually have same common goal in improving the production and transaction process of an organization. Okay, next. What is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is a business strategy and a science that combines statistical. So actually you can like separate the statistical knowledge from your life even after you graduate from UTEM, because statistical knowledge always always use always used a lot in the industrial problems. So Six Sigma basically using the statistical and business methodology, and then it focuses on continuous improvement to reduce manufacturing costs, and then improve customer satisfaction, and to predict the world-class products and service. Okay, next, Doctor. Yeah. So this is the relation between lean, green, or sustainable manufacturing and Six Sigma. Lean idea concentrates on eliminating waste in the process, while green manufacturing optimizes the use of raw materials by implementing design for environment. It also reduces pollution and waste by minimizing natural resource use, and so on. And the Six Sigma focusing on reducing process variation to improve quality and reduce costs. So actually, Lean, Green, and Six Sigma have common goal in improving the production and transaction process of an organization by reducing non-value added work. It's just the different term of the waste that they use. For example, if lean, they have 7 kind of waste, but maybe in green or sustainable, they will use the in term of waste when it is not like naturally preserve the environment. And then the Six Sigma we use we reduce the process variation in order to improve quality and to reduce the cost. So all of them actually have the same goal, which is reducing non-value added work, because all of these three methods are reducing the non-value added work based on their own different point of view. Okay, next, doctor. Yeah. How about lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, which is it is a very recent issue because I got the journal that just published in this year, in this early year in 2021. This journal combining or discussing about is it is still applicable to use the idea of lean manufacturing and in your production system, while there are a lot of requirement to apply the industry 4.0 idea. So as you can see, actually the idea of lean manufacturing is to keep process as simple as possible and to reduce system variability. But the idea of industry 4.0 is the use of complex IT solution for machines, people, and process, and characterized by flexibility and mass customization. So if you can see from this diagram, you can see it has the contradiction between lean manufacturing and industry 4.0 idea. But you have to have one line here that actually both have some objective, which is constantly adding value to production system. So if you compare the lean manufacturing, green or sustainable, and Six Sigma, they have the same common goal, which is reducing the non-value added. But if you comparing between the lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, you will see that both have the same goal, which is constantly adding value. So it uses the different point of view. The other one is to reduce the non-value added, but another one to have constantly adding the value to production system. So it's quite interesting, I think, to discuss about it. Okay. Okay, I think my presentation end here, right, Doctor? Okay, this is the last one, the conclusion of the lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, and after this maybe we have like discussions. Okay, so as you can see the contradiction between lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, but it will give you a lot of the profit or advantages to apply or to combine the application of both idea. The first one is the cost effect. When you combine the idea of lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, you will have cost-effective use of the technology 4.0 by reducing product and process complexity. So you will take the idea of the use of the technology 4.0, but you also take the idea of the reducing waste of the lean manufacturing as well. So you combine it so that you will have the cost-effective use of the technology 4.0. And then you will also have the better integration of customer and suppliers in the value-added process, because Industry 4.0 make easier for you to connect to everywhere, to everyone. So it will have result to better integration of customer and suppliers, even worldwide, in the value-added process. And then the last one, the application of new information and communication technologies can improve the performance of lean manufacturing, which stabilize and refines production and logistics process more efficiently. So this is actually if you can imagine the combination of the two ideas that can be applied in the industry was worldwide in the recent condition. Okay, I think my presentation will be end here. So I will give back the time to Dr. Ikhwan.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hayu. Very comprehensive, very clear, and also open minds our knowledge about lean manufacturing. and we see now in manufacturing integrate with the IR 4.0. This is very interesting. So now for the next session we have some discussion, yeah, and I think the students can prepare your question, and we have now question in the chatting column. Okay, I will read it from Sheikh Muhammad Sofian. I think he is the staff here. I have one question. What are the required skills for production engineer in Industry 4.0 era? Okay, that is the question. Yes, Rahayu.
Okay, the require skills, right?
Hmm.
As the engineer, we cannot work alone, especially if we are the industrial engineer, we cannot work alone. So I think the requirement for us as ini is to understand how to linking the methodology or the tools that we already have in the industrial management knowledge, and to link it to the application of Industry 4.0. Example in the last PowerPoint slide already. So for example, if we can link well between lean manufacturing and zero, we can have a lot of advantage of it. So we still can have the effective production system, but can compete with other industry using the technology of Industry 4.0. Yeah, I think that's my answer.
Okay, how to link, yeah. You need to know the skill about how to link the lean manufacturing and the system in Industry 4.0, which is considered the technology, right? Okay, thank you very much for Sophia. Uh, Another question, please. You can directly ask Ms. Rahayu, yeah, from your speaker,
If you have no question,
from
I
your
will
phone.
do the question by myself.
Okay, this one from Nur Izzati. Okay, Nur Izzati asks about how is Lean different from Six Sigma, but we know we can use them both, right?
Okay, the difference between.
I repeat. Okay, please answer.
Read the question actually. Yeah, how is lean different from Six? It's only the different. Actually, Sigma and any other methodology only have a different in the point of view. I mean, seeing things or problems in the different point of view. They will focus on the, like I said, reducing waste. If we talk about Six Sigma, they will focus on the improving the quality. So both of them goal or common goal. While another one, lean manufacturing, have ways to have the effective production. In another way, Six Sigma, when you want quality products, you also have to do what you have done in lean manufacturing idea, which is when you want to improve the quality of products, you need to remove waste in your production. So actually, it's like if we call linking to its point of view. So the difference is between each of the main problems. So if seeing the main problem in the waste, but the Six Sigma problems in the improving quality. Yeah, I think like that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hayat. This is nice about quality, how to improve the quality using different methods. And lean is about how to minimize waste over the system, overall the system. Yeah. Okay. Anyone can ask? Please raise your hand or speak using your speaker or your microphone. Sorry. And if you not, you can write down in the chat column.
Ah, I already promised to give questions to your student. Will have the additional points from you, doctor. So I will ask them.
Okay, okay, okay.
Anybody
Okay, please, please.
yeah, okay.
Anybody can
So
answer? Okay.
yeah, after my explanation, actually you will see the link between lean manufacturing and other methodologies. So can you give me one example of like the or the products that have done those combinations? For example, I will give you one example. For example, if you like if the company combine manufacturing idea and industry 4.0, we feel, for example, the products is the phone. Let's call it like iPhone. iPhone actually combine those ideas very well, I think, because as you can see, the iPhone's company, Apple company always have nowadays always have the pre-order of the newest model of their products. So actually what they did is they use the technology of 4.0 in order to remove the waste of the overproduction, and then to know what the customer needed. So that's one example. Maybe any of you can give other example of any
Okay.
products or company.
Anyone can answer? Please give your name and also your metric number. Eh?
Yeah,
Anyone,
because
please?
in Malaysia also there are a lot of the industries, right, doctor? I think you can just simply give one example of the industry that combine, like, okay, this industry combine the idea of lean manufacturing and what in which action they did and something like that.
Anyone? I think
Just
in
wait, maybe they need time, doctor. Maybe they need time to search for
okay.
searching.
Okay, actually in Malaysia has one coming soon the national car, yeah. We call it a Dream Age. You know
Mm-hmm.
Proton, my Proton Pro 2 and now it's
Mm-hmm.
coming soon is Dream Age. Dream Age last time I visit them, they are very they use high technology to produce it, to produce their the customer requirement, and also they do some survey from to the respondent for 3 years or 4 years, something like that, to before they make the car, the national car, and also they now consider how to minimize their production. They actually they have no the production is in they try to offer to the others company, yeah, and also they try to find the best model, because if not survey the customer, they will make a problem for the production. I mean the product is not related to the market, so it will be considered to minimize the waste. I think there is one product we call it Dream Age here. I mean the industry, new industry coming soon.
So Dr. Iwan just get the additional point for his own answer. How
waiting,
about your,
waiting,
how about your
waiting the
student,
student.
doctor? We are waiting for you.
Okay, please, maybe can consider lean with sustainable manufacturing, lean with industrial 4.0, lean with what else? Inventory control, yeah. Please,
Yeah.
anyone can answer what is the kind of product or industry? Maybe you can give the example.
Yeah, I think almost nowadays that can what link with other products and always combine those methodologies. I think you just need like to think more about the products and find out what kind of the methodology or idea they use for their products. Most of the products related to the technology always combine those methodologies, I think. Not only like Apple company. I have several examples also, but I will save it later. I will still for your answer.
Um, I may I answer?
Yes, it's LC, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, LC. Please.
To answer Miss Rahayu, Miss.
Yes.
Okay. To answer Miss Rahayu questions, I might not know a lot of company that apply 4.0 industry 4.0 in Malaysia, but what I know is that most company or big company or manufacturing industry that applies lean in the organization, but I think they are moving towards in towards 4.0 industry in Malaysia. They are moving towards that. I'm still going towards that part. That's my point of view. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, LC. And you means that the industry in Malaysia now is going to, yeah, will to implement 4.0, yeah, the industry
Yes,
4.0
yes.
system.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Actually, last time when I was in Indonesia, when I worked as in the consultant company, yeah, we try to apply um, how to manage waste. This is not waste in production, but really waste, yes, from the output of industry to check their waste method, the waste contaminations in the river, for example, and then they put some like a tool to identify the what is kind of waste and then the quantity quality of the water, so we can directly see from our mobile phone using that system. So this tool actually now try all of industry in Indonesia try to implement to check the quality of water, for example, waste, and the Minister of Environment try to control it. So this is a kind of industry 4.0. But for the lean manufacturing, the consider of lean, so the industry don't need to check directly to the location. So it means they save the time. They save the time, and then they can save from the contamination of the waste. If this one is not hazardous, if hazardous is very dangerous, if the if the operator go directly to the the waste system treatment. So very important when we try to apply industry 4.0. First is to optimize the time, yeah, and also for safety. That is maybe one of the example for the manufacturing in 4.0. We can use the what is that, the sensor, yeah, we call it as a sensor for wastewater treatment, yeah. Okay, any question, any question do you want to ask? Okay, SD, if no more, this is already 12. Okay, for conclusion, yeah. Anyone?
There is a question. There is an answer. Muhammad Nasrullah. He give example companies Tesla car.
Hmm.
Maybe Muhammad Nasrullah can explain more to everyone here using your voice. Why you mentioned
Nasrullah.
the Tesla? Yeah, why you mentioned the Tesla car for the example?
Yes. Okay, Muhammad Nasrullah, can you hear my voice?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, okay, please explain.
Uh, like example, company Tesla car that we can see the combination, the automotive car in Tesla is they have like mm, what you call it extra more to IR 4.0, that's more to IT. They can you the what is it call it, the component at the car is more to beyond that others car, like they can uh have automatic drive, and then they have some safety equipment that others car is don't have. That's I think the company Tesla car is one of lean manufacturing combined with IR 4.0.
Okay, actually, the concept of lean is about the production waste minimization, and then how you can connect between both, and then the technology and the process of waste minimization in manufacturing from the Tesla.
Uh, I think that lean is this process. Lean is basically the lean meaning is the um, minimize the waste. So in automation cars have they already give what you call it mm, the company Automatica also have the minimize the the production, and also is include that IR 4.0 is like the automatics uh drive. This I think.
Okay, thank you. This is a good report, yeah. Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, maybe Rahayu can explain and respond.
Yeah, actually, almost all the automotive industry mostly are applied the lean manufacturing inside the production system, because as we know, actually the idea of the lean come from the Toyota, which is automotive industry. So we like confused, which is in Tesla. Part of Tesla using lean manufacturing idea, of course, in their production, in the production process, they use the lean manufacturing idea. I'm sure about it, but they combine it with the application of zero to eliminate their waste. So, okay, but I think you may have a better example. So I will just give you some. Okay, the example, right? As you can see, maybe almost all of you always shopping in the e-commerce, right? Especially when in this pandemic season, most of you always shopping almost everything in the e-commerce. So actually any e-commerce or any online shopping platform, it applies the idea of the lean and also using the technology 4.0, as you can see. If there is no like e-commerce platform, can you imagine how much the waste of the inventory will be used to make sure that the product that the customer need is always ready when they need it. But with the technology of 4.0, they make sure and they enables that to decrease the needs of the inventory waste, connecting with the internet, so that, for example, even when you are in Indonesia, you can buy the ready stock product from US or from Malaysia. This is the example of the elimination of the inventory waste. If there is no like e-commerce platform, you can imagine it, which is mean the, for example, if we can say like the phone or any technology gadgets like a phone or laptop or anything that usually it's sell worldwide, or car, you cannot like, for example, the company in Indonesia must have stocks depend on the customer need. But when you have the platform using technology 4.0, you may don't have to have the stocks of your product in Indonesia. But later on, if the customer from Indonesia need it, you just simply send it with the logistic service. That's the very close example for us related to the lean idea and the industry 4.0. Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Super.
Mr. Ayu. Okay, another question we can see here: is it bottleneck analysis considered as a lean tool?
Okay, bottleneck analysis. Actually, bottleneck analysis used in the analysis of the production line, right? Usually, yeah. We cannot say it's a tool. I mean, because if you mention lean tool, which is mean it has to help you to find those 7 ways of the production system, but the bottleneck analysis will help you to find one of kind of ways in the production system, which is maybe like idle waste, or waiting time waste, or maybe like the transportation waste and so on. It's not tool, but it kind of helping the real waste in the production system. Yeah, something like that. The second one, are there any certification needed for someone to be certified in lean manufacturing? Or we can just apply the lean manufacturing in the industry without any certification? If you want to, it's actually, and it's not in the topic, but I will try to answer it as for the industrial experts to be a consultant in the industry. Of course, you need a certified of your, but it doesn't mean that you cannot apply the lean manufacturing industry later on when you work in your industry, which is mean when you already work in some kind of industry as the worker or engineer there, you still can simply propose the idea of lean manufacturing to your company in order to have the better production system and to minimize the waste in own company. Yeah, but for the standardized application of lean manufacturing, and you come to the industry as a consultant, of course, you need to have a certificate. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the
Okay.
answer, Doc.
Actually,
You can
yes,
edit some answer.
maybe the certifications in industrial engineering also has, because in industry, for the certified persons that working in the company is very needed in industry to ensure the quality of the processing system. But to apply the lean manufacturing without any certification, actually, if the idea is good, and then make the company interest, and then we try to propose the system model, everything is properly set up. Actually, we need to, maybe the company will try to use our proposed system, but to change the system in industry is not quite easy, because they run already. So we need to make the analysis in which part we have a problem, and which part we need to minimize the waste. This is not all of the system have a waste. No, we maybe in some part, maybe the positions of the workstation is not suitable. I mean, too far, and also the capacity of inventory also has a problem. I mean, the capacity is not suitable with the demand and so forth. Yeah? So we need to make some analysis, and we need to check everything completely, and we need to make some alternative of the system for lean manufacturing before we implement it and or apply it. Okay, maybe that is my answer. The certification is
Yeah.
only to certify the people understands clearly everything in the lean manufacturing. But if you have any capability for lean manufacturing, I mean to lean the manufacturing, so it may be possible without any certification.
Yeah. If you want training to the workers in the company, of course, you need the certification. But if you just want to apply the idea of lean manufacturing, that's actually a must for any industrial engineer. You don't need a certification. Moreover, as a note for all of you, actually when you do about the waste in the production system, usually in the production system, uh, uh, the those 7 ways will not appear like all those 7 ways are appear in the production system. Some only have even only 1 or 2 ways in their production system, but it's still called as a lean manufacturing idea. Even only 1 or 2 ways that you have found out in the production system, you give solution to it. Yeah. Okay. I think that Dr.
Okay. Okay, thank you for today class. I want to conclude everything. Yeah, this class is the lead in is actually how the strategy to minimize the waste in the manufacturing process, starting from the initial until the end of the process. We check everything, for example, like time, inventory, and the workers, uh, waste minimization, and also we need to understand the factor in lean. Yeah, Mr. Hayu already explained to you the 7 things that you need to consider, and also lean can be connected and have relations with the some uh, aspect, for example, like green manufacturing, 4.0, and also sustainability and so forth. Yeah? So that is the maybe give you some information about lean manufacturing. Try to be lean in manufacturing, because it will improve your productivity, improve the what is that, the benefit to the industry. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hayu. Maybe after this, I will give you some. Okay, sorry. On behalf of the dean, yeah, I would like to say thank you very much for your sharing knowledge, and maybe the next we will wait your sharing knowledge in the next session. Yeah, maybe if I have an opportunity to give the sharing to your university also.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Someday, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, related with my topic, I will try to share and then try to your university. Okay, thank you very much. And maybe today
Yeah,
class
thank you
is
very much.
end. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Yeah, thank you very much everyone for opportunity. See you in the next session.
Okay,
Thank
don't forget to
you.
attendance.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, don't forget to fill the attendance, yeah.